Old relationship we had with the United States, based on deepening integration of our economies and tight security and military cooperation, is over.
Welcome back. That was Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney reacting to President Trump's new auto tariffs. I'm joined now by Toronto Mayor Olivia Chow. Madam Mayor, it's great to see you. Thanks so much for joining us. The President of the United States and the Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney spoke today. Both governments released a statement. President Trump on social media said it was an extremely productive call. We agree on many things. Prime Minister Carney's office said it was a constructive call, but also that he informed the president that retaliatory tariffs to protect Canadian workers and our economy will commence if, in fact, tariffs begin from the United States on April 2nd. Based on what those two statements say, do you think this call in any way softened the hostility that has recently become so pronounced between these two longtime friends and allies?
I believe so. Productive, constructive. Those are very positive words. It just now needs to be translated to action. I'm here in Washington, joined by Americans, Canadians, and Mexican mayors. It was a room full. There was a lot of us saying, united in one voice, saying this trade war is going to hurt Americans, Mexicans, and Canadians. It's going to make life more unaffordable. The cost of building homes, buying a car, or getting parts to fix your car, or groceries, all those essential things, it's going to go up and people are going to lose their jobs. But why? We are friends, we're allies. Come on, let's work together. So that is a good first step, good conversation to have together. And at least there's a dialogue. Mm-hmm. But now we need to be translated into a collective sigh of relief if things gets negotiated properly at a table where people can just talk and come out with an agreement that is a win-win-win for all three countries.
Is it meaningful to you, Madam Mayor, that in this social media post from the President, no reference to the 51st state, no reference to Governor Trudeau?
That's a good beginning.
Because that's not just a minor thing in Canada. It's not a minor irritant.
Not at all.
It's an affront, isn't it?
It is threatening our identity as Canadians. We are proud Canadians. We believe in taking care of each other with Medicare. We have our own culture and our identity, and that's very precious for Canadians. And it's not necessarily just a joke to be always, like it wasn't one time. It wasn't, maybe it started a joke, but it repeat 4 or 5 times. And the governor term, I'm glad that's done in terms of the governor. I hope we never hear the 51st state again, because Canadians are saying our elbows are out. You know, we like to watch hockey, so.
How would you say the last 6 weeks have changed the mindset of Canadians in relationship to the United States? Do they feel wounded? Do they feel treated in a way they'd never accustomed themselves or thought about being treated by America?
They've discovered that we are proud Canadians. So it did something in a way that reminded us who we are and how we need to shop local, how we need to be more independent, how we need to be even stronger. But that sense of unity is there. And that strength, that resilience, we said, we came out of COVID doing very well. Our numbers were actually, quite good. We had a lot of people vaccinated and
did better than America, is what you're saying.
I was about to say that, but thank you for saying that. Yes, and it provoked a sense of, we are Canadians, right? And it also made us start looking at our neighbors. we've always have taken it for granted that we are best allies. We still are. We have wonderful relationship with Americans. And today, when we were talking as mayors across the border, we said we will continue that wonderful relationship. We'll build on it. But it's just the government's policy is a bit hard to take.
Right, and it's having
hurting.
materially different effects because now Americans can't bid on things in Canada, in your city.
That's right.
Certain products from America are no longer welcome, no longer going to be purchased, no longer going to be up for sale.
That's right.
This will have real effects on the ground.
Absolutely. We are seeing that there are some companies that are hesitant in investing because all this uncertainty, both sides of the border. We're hearing people starting to say, I'm worried about my jobs, okay? And folks that, the mayor are saying, oh my God, what's going to happen to the auto sector? Our entire town is dependent on it. And whether if you're steel workers, United Steelworkers, American, Canadian, or Mexican, you're still steel workers. All of this tariff is going to hurt everybody. But for what reason? And yes, we understand that people need to have a better cost of living, you know, more affordable living.
But when President Trump says, Canada needs us more than we need Canada, how do you react to that?
Well, we all need each other. We together as Canadian, Mexican, Americans, we need each other. We're never alone.
But with that comes the implication that the United States can break you.
Well, excuse me? Where do you think the electricity, the oil, the precious minerals, where the auto parts comes from? It goes back and forth 5 or 6 times before a car is made. It's so integrated now. You're going to try to break something. When you break something, it goes into pieces. How are you going to repair it? And it's not so simple. It's easy to break things. It's much harder to rebuild. I think right now what we need to do is build some decent housing so people don't have to worry about housing. Homelessness is a problem. Mental health is a problem. You're seeing the drug addiction. There's lots we can, gun violence is a problem. There are lots we can do together. Rather than breaking things, let's build together.
Toronto Mayor Olivia Chow, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.